Hi everybody, a video on the fake GTI Pro lights. Now it's not a comparison video. I've already done one of those and I'll put a link in the description, and I've also got another video which I'll put a link in the description about the difference in the caps, or the perceived difference, which actually isn't. But what I wanted to just do quickly was to run through a scenario I had. I've recently got an F160 primer gun. The reason I got that because I wanted another primer gun, but originally I was going to use this. I've got the original one of these and I don't use it a lot. In fact, I've got the original one of these, so I don't use this a lot, because when you've got the real thing, you tend to use that, etc, etc. So I've only used this a few times, and I thought, well, to make use of it, I'll make it into a primer gun. So the reason I'm doing the video is because they do this in a 1.3 tip. You can see from different Chinese sellers on different platforms. You can see it in 1.3, sometimes you see it in 1.4, but you also see it in 1.8, and you can also get separate kits in 1.8, which consists of a cap, a needle and a nozzle. So I thought, great, and this is about 4 months ago. I thought, great, okay, I'll get a 1.8 set up and I can use it for primer, and then job done. So that set up a whole little scenario in that I ended up with 3 different lots of these from 3 different sellers, all telling me they're definitely 1.8. And as I say, the reason for the video is they're not 1.8. They're exactly the same. So if you look at this is supposed to be a 1.8 setup, and as I say, this is the third 1.8 setup that I've got. You'll see that it's exactly the same. Needle, everything is exactly the same, so there's no difference. So they're basically conning people into thinking they're getting a bigger tip, but they're not. So if primer's coming out all lumpy and spitty because you think you've got a bigger tip on it, is because your tip isn't bigger at all. So this is supposedly the 1.3 and this is supposedly the 1.8, and if I bring it up to you, you'll see, if you can see the end there. I'm not sure about the light and the way it goes as the camera's on my head, but if you can look and see, you'll see there's absolutely no difference between those two whatsoever. So 1.3, 1.8, I think that's how they came out of. The 1.3 came out of the gun, I think it's that one. But it doesn't matter because they're exactly the same. So don't waste your money trying to get a 1.8 set up or ordering a 1.8 set up, because it's a waste of time. And here's the 2 needles. That's the 1.3 that came out of the gun. This is the third 1.8 needle that I've got. And if you look at them, they are exactly the same. Exactly the same. And I've already done a video on the end caps, but you get a choice of caps when you buy the 1.8s. They seem to do a T110 cap and a T20 cap, and as I say, I've done a video on that, on the difference in the caps, which is nothing. So I'll put a link in the description underneath, so that if you want to look at that, you can do. But that's the caps they send, and there's absolutely no difference between the caps. So you may think you're buying different caps, different needle setups, etc, etc, but you're actually buying exactly the same thing regardless. So I just thought I'd do a video, and it might save people a bit of time, in my case 4 months of mucking about and a bit of money. Alright then, thanks very much. I would just say thanks to the subscribers. I've just gone over 100 subscribers, which I know by YouTube standards isn't loads, but it's it's a start. Alright, so thanks very much. Cheers. Bye bye.